How's it going, guys? I'm going to do some quick games real quick. Again, my fan, if it goes off again, you know why. So, yep. Let's just get straight into some AI. I'm not going to go online. I'm just going to do some quick matches against what I think is the current Quilly build, just so you have a quick idea on what it does versus Quilly, which is the main deck of the format. And then potentially maybe I'll show you something else. But we'll just go through a few Quilly matches and go from there. If I win this, I want to go second. So that's what we do. I've opened. Alright, I suppose I would like another key card of creature swap, and obviously you can do stuff. So that's standard opening with no back row on this one. I've got the snatch still, which is ridiculous in its own right, but we're going to play one of these reasonings. And we've already got a giant tree. I call them big tree. They're hermit trees, but big tree. No, we don't. See, we didn't want to draw that, so we didn't want the reasoning to send it. I've opened double reason, which is really strong. So we're just gonna go through and see what we get. Okay, so we've got that and that. I'm gonna set this in a moment. I'll do it now. We're gonna snatch this because we don't want that Squalifiers going off. Which is the main thing this deck wants to do, is just to stop the Squalifiers going off. And on its own. Look, on its own that snatch wasn't that big a deal, but we've gotten down to 900 just off like setting stuff. If we just summoned a monster, if I'd have had something bigger to summon, it was game first turn kill. So the deck has the first turn kill ability without snatch as well, because if there was a creature swap, I can still do a significant amount of damage. So we'll see what he does in response, but I think I win from here. Even with the boost he gets, he still gets the scout. He has to have the pendulum. He doesn't have the pendulum scale. I'll do this straight away. It was a skill drain, so we know I've won now. He wouldn't if it was a human player wouldn't have activated, but I still win this round because he has to have like in hand traps and he doesn't. So that's the first round done. Here I'm not going to change anything because I went first, but you can add in the bottomless. You can add in the Denkos, I suppose, if you wanted to stop the back row from activating. But personally, I would just keep it as is. So we're going to the next game. I've opened really well. I've got Sylvan Charity and a reasoning. Plus I've got the monsters that I need. So whatever I draw, hopefully a creature swap. It's just I have to get rid of the soul drain. And he hasn't opened a scout, as you see. So this is the one-off card that I main floodgates just to make it that more difficult for myself. He has vanities and soul drain, which you wouldn't see in most Quilly builds, but I wanted to make this difficult for myself. So basically, he has cards decided for me in from the start. We're going to activate this now and see what we get. Well, this will be going back, and I think this will go back, and we'll try and get another charity for next turn. I could put this back on top, and then I summon it this turn, which is what I think we're going to do, because I'll show you how this works. I'm going to put this at the front. I'm going to summon this, just the effect of 1. So if they have a skill drain, we still have the other MST. Now, because we dug into the deck, we're going to go 1, which we knew was that, which will get us the charity back. So one of these is an MST, and the other one's probably a Vanities, because I've played this enough, I know that's the case. So we're going to go for reasoning. I expect the Vanities will come down, yeah. And there's some bug on this, that if I blew this up it wouldn't activate, this wouldn't die, so I'm going to have to do it this way and play really badly because there's a bug on this right now. So he's picked 9, but we knew we were getting the blaster anyway. Yeah, so we have the trade in too, which I totally missed on this, so it opened really well. We didn't particularly want another trade in right now, but we have the third MST, which means if the scout comes down next turn, it's not going to happen. I think I've already won this game from here, but again, I'll go through and see, this should go back to my hand at the end of the turn, but there's a bug that means it probably won't as well. So this game's so buggy at the moment, but we'll send this. It's an MST, which I already called it, so I had to say the MST, but I had already called it. He's found the scout, which is a bit lucky on the pot, but he'll now go for he'll have to go for a Quilly monster, because he hasn't got any others, which makes sense. This should now bounce back to my hand, but it did. There's a bug on it sometimes where it doesn't. Again, I've chopped another Sylvan card, so we're going straight for the charity. Well, the other charity can go back, and I think we'll do the trading, because I don't want that either. So we're going to put the charity on the top, the trading comes second. I think, let me just check the grave. There's two ways to do this. I can creature swap anything away, but then he gets, and let's check his pendulum scales. Just the one. If I blow this up, he gets another one. Searches for, and has to be another one, but then he'll get these up. I think the correct play is to activate the effect of this. Just draw one card in the field with the Komashuru, which will be the scout, because he can't search. We normal summon this guy, we activate this, we swap these two around, and we battle phase into this attack. And then we have the blast for next turn. He now has to top into another scout to get anywhere. He doesn't. We knew we were topping that. So we activate the blaster's effect. This has to be another Vanity's back row, and it isn't. If this is skill drain, it doesn't matter. I'm going to ram these two. They both go to the graveyard, and then I win off this. So that's the first game done. I had to play around a bit, play a bit smart, but I still got there. So we'll go for another one, all quick. I'll just do 1 or 2 games with you today. So, I lose this, and he'll go first, because that's what Quilly does. I've opened again a charity, and that's great, it's really good. He hasn't opened the scout again, or anyway search it. That's really good. If I had creature swap, sorry guys, a creature swap. So we're going to try and dig for one. We found one. We found a creature swap, which is what we wanted. So, we're going to go for this. We're going to also put back, I think we need the MST. I don't think we need the mind control right this second. So we'll put the mind control back. And we'll put them in the order of the mind control first. He can go second. We're going to set this and we're going to special this. So we're going to special this. And if he's got the skill drain, we're going to MST it. I'm going to pop this. Which is fine. That went through. Okay, so we're going to activate this now. And he activates the effect. Which makes sense really, so, and he drops something out of there. I don't know why they do that. He should have kept this and there'd be only 300 he took. But for some reason they do this weird thing where they activate the initial effect to get rid of the card in graveyard early. It's a bug on how the script's written, but it's just for the purpose of this. It doesn't affect the fact that I'm going to set to. Yeah, and set this as my normal, and still have his monster which qualifies, which is the plan all along and end. So he's got that summon, which is 28 to my 21. I think we're going to warn in this, just to keep our advantage, because we already know we're going to get a we know we've got this for disc, so I'm going to flip this because we know we had it. And we've got the other MST for that. So that's going. I think this is Vanities. And then that's going to go off. And we got the last MST, we've dug and found it again. Reorder these cards on top. That's actually quite interesting. I'm going to put the charity on top because we know we can see the other guy. And then we're going to go into battle phase. We're going to set this MST. We are going to take damage with this. That is an inevitability at times, unless you're playing the enemy controller variant. He's got the scout, which doesn't bother me now because I still have the MST out for it. And we knew we were drawing the charity, and we know we're going to see a plant. That's why it's not a big deal. Ooh. I think I'll put them on like that. So we'll have the mind control first and then second. So we know mind control coming no matter what. And I'll set this to defense. We should have we should be able to push some in this one, but for some reason I can't, so it's not letting me activate the effect from grave. It should be, because I can summon this one, you see, from hand, but it's not a problem. We're just going to go for game. So that's basically just how you do Quilly, and we'll do what this round and see if he actually opens like really, really good. No, again, he's not opened well, but we've got decent hand because we're going to start with this, of course. We want to dig. We're going to play this one smart. We're going to put the common shooter back, and we're going to put. I don't want to see the trading period, so what we're going to do is put this on top, and then this, and then we're going to go summon this guy. We don't have there's probably a skill drink coming here. Oh, there might not be. There wasn't. Wow. I don't want this, so I put it back to the bottom. But no common shrews effects are going to activate, so we'll block one of these, and we're going to chain in the same chain link summon as queer, where the vanities now comes down. Which is fine, because now that I know what's coming, we'll do the reasoning, because there's no reason not to now. We're going to get the tree, which is okay. Oh wow, so that was really good, and then we get to summon this again anyway. Then we get to reorder the top three. That's quite difficult. 100% blaster, I think, because of the hand. So we know we can't summon these because we've got more than level 8s on the field, but if he'd had a monster with the Squalifiers opening, which he didn't see, we still have the creature swap with this, and then we'd be over this for the 21, and he takes the 26 and 27 on top this turn. So there was options. As it is, he could take the whole lot. And that's it, we're going to end. And we know we've got the swap, so he's got no outs with Quilly now, I don't think, from the main. We knew we were seeing the blaster. We'll activate the blaster effect to send one of these Astaroths to the grave, just because we can. We hit a skill drain, which is really strong. We'll activate this, because now that we know that the skill drain's gone, we know what that was. We don't know what this is though. 7 swords, and we win. So yeah guys, that's basically it. That's my how I've been playing against Quilly, how this deck's up for Quilly. The side, as I've mentioned in the other video, go look at the deck profile, tells you how this does against other decks. So yeah, that's everything for this deck. I hope you enjoyed watching some matches, and that's Swiftdeathshotz out. For now, there will be a video of zombies on the way. I'm still perfecting it, so look for that soon. Other than that guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Swiftdeathshotz out.